Libra, hey beautiful, Melissa here to do your timeless love reading. This is for any placement of Libra. Cross watchers are also welcome. I am probably going to speak to you like you are a Libra sun sign, however. This is a love reading. We're going to be looking at the energy that you bring to the connection, the energy the person you have in mind brings, as well as a potential outcome and an overarching energy, anywhere from single to married and anywhere in between. Just whomever you have on that gorgeous Libra brain of yours. All right, babies, let's get at your love lives. Anything you need to know about me, Libra, you can find the About section, and I do recommend checking that out. The energy that you bring to the connection is the World card. The energy the person you have in mind brings is the Five of Pentacles. And we do have the Three of Swords in the potential outcome. The overarching energy is the Two of... Oh, baby. Yeah, it looks like you've kind of left somebody behind that I don't think they were good for you, okay? The Seven of Cups, Seven of Swords, the Devil card. I feel like you have made a choice with the Two of Pentacles as you're over. I feel like you've made the choice. I don't feel like you're tossing it around any longer. I feel like you have made a decision to walk away from somebody and they are feeling left out and brokenhearted. I believe your heart isn't feeling great yet, but I do believe that the World card in your energy is meaning that you're coming to a completion of a cycle, and I believe the completion is you walking away from somebody, okay? I believe that that was the test. It's like this person, you love them, you feel connected to them, you know that in your heart, you know they're it for you, right? But they're not treating you the way you deserve to be treated, and you're walking away even though it kills you to do so, because it kills more to stay. So that is the test. Sometimes we get a test like that. Like we feel such a draw, such a connection to somebody. Oftentimes it's not even the person that we're connected to. It's actually the feeling of validation that we get from them. Again, this is all kind of subconscious. We don't know we're doing it. It's not like we got with them thinking, oh, I better get with them to validate myself. But if we haven't healed previous to a connection, we'll end up, usually the creator will throw in sort of an unhealthy or toxic connection for us to really kind of unearth the pain inside of us to... so that we can access the trauma that we hadn't healed from previous situations. Again, we don't get into unhealthy connections if we have healed. That's period. We will leave at the first sign of a red flag. We know our worth, things like this. So we end up in a toxic connection to kind of show us that, hey, we have something inside that we haven't healed yet. And unhealthy or toxic is, it could be anything, just them not paying attention to us. If somebody is not giving us the attention we deserve and we're chasing after that person or we're longing for that person, the creator is trying to show us that, again, a healed person wouldn't be longing for somebody who is not showing them any love or the kind of type of love they deserve, okay? So the creator is trying to get you to notice that there's still something inside that we need to heal. That's it. Looks like you're doing that. Ooh. You got the World card, three major arcanas, the World card, the Devil, and the Hermit. I do feel like you're really trying to follow your spirit over your ego at this time, but I do believe that it is saying that you maybe have been indulging in something. I will say that this is usually how we think we're getting over something. It's just kind of by like drinking or going out more often or doing things, shopping too much, whatever it is. We try to fill our voids with all of these different things that are terrible for us, but they feel good. They feel like they're kind of soaking in some of that pain, right? They're not. They're actually causing and creating more shame and more pain in our life. But it's hard to break the cycle. It doesn't matter. Like, the truth is, to actually come into this Hermit energy, which it looks like you are about to or already have, it is one of the hardest, strongest things you'll ever do, the things that will take the most strength. It's very similar to the Strength card. There's a lot of cards that remind me of each other. The Moon card, the Strength card, the Hermit card, they all kind of mean following your inner light, your inner guidance system towards things that don't seem as exciting as what the ego is calling us to. Partying, hanging out with lots of people, friends, whatever it is. Again, these are all traditionally not good friends. These are like party friends. These are like the things that seem exciting, flashy, shiny on the outside. But when you get there, you're like, it's fun while you're there, but as soon as you're gone, you feel emptier than you did before. It's like, what? I went out to have fun and I came home and I feel worse. Why? Because you went out and you fed your ego instead of your soul. Your soul will keep you warm at night, okay? That's real. But it does look like you are starting to catch that it's time to start following the things your soul's calling you to. Again, sometimes that's simple, like let's stay in tonight instead of going out and trying to fill our voids with empty people that don't give any fucks about us. because again, we get home feeling even worse, more ashamed, lonely, like, what, you know, why didn't anybody want to come back home with me? There's just so many, whatever we get home at the end of that wild night feeling like, it's usually a very shameful feeling. Not that we did anything shameful, but it's like, it didn't fill the void we wanted it to fill. That's the reality of it. Going after what your spirit's calling you to, like staying in and having a night crying, that actually is what your spirit's calling you to, and it's because that's how we heal. That's how we get over things truly and deeply. Going out and avoiding that pain is how we prolong that pain, but staying home and feeling it is actually how we get through it. The only way past it, the pain, is through it. The Four of Cups is telling me that you might be rejecting that at this time, what the Hermit card is calling you to, and you might have been going towards the indulging, whatever it is, the things the ego have been calling you to. You might have been falling for its shiny wrapping, is what I'm getting right now, and then getting home and going, what the fuck? How come I still don't feel any better? Because you literally went out and avoided feeling it instead of. So it's the only way past it is through it, and I'm going to keep saying that, I guess, throughout this whole reading here. I do feel like, you have left somebody. We're going to get more on their energy. It does feel like a really deep, whatever you're going through right now is getting you to where you're supposed to be, okay? And it is painful, but it is saying the more we try to avoid the pain, the longer that pain will be prolonged. And, again, you will never be pain-free if you don't ever sit at home and feel it. Okay. All right, so you could be dealing with a Sagittarius. They got the Five of Pentacles, the Three of Swords, the Three of Pentacles, and the Temperance card. It does look like there's a possibility you cheated on them, and I don't ever do that, or they cheated on you and broke their own heart. I do feel like they're a very third-party energy. The Three of Swords is here twice. It's a very painful situation in either case, Libra. Yeah, I'm going to have to... I'm going to get more on the outcome. Yeah, I just feel like there is a breakup happening, and it is going to lead to all of your deep work, all the stuff that is mandatory if we want to really live the life of our dreams. Either you cheated on them with somebody from work, or they cheated on you with somebody from work, and it's painful. I feel like whoever cheated doesn't want the relationship to end, but doesn't want to be in the relationship either. I feel like neither of you really want to be in the relationship and haven't for a long time, okay? You could work with the person that you cheated on. I do feel like you cheated on them, or they cheated on you with somebody from work. If you don't already know about this, then I'm not talking to you. I don't predict cheating. That's not what I do on my channel. But it does feel like there's a lot of pain, and it's because of two people that were in a relationship they were never supposed to be in. Well, that's not true. They were with the wrong person because they weren't healed. Like, we go after connections that aren't right for us when we have avoided healing from something in our past. It seems that both of you knew this wasn't right for you, but you went for it anyways because usually, and I'm sorry to say this, but for selfish reasons. We don't want to pay the bills alone. We don't want to be alone. We don't want to feel lonely. That lonely at the end of the night. And I feel like one or both of you maybe it's both of you, has gone out and tried to fill that void with another person, okay? Because you feel like it's the relationship's fault that there's the void, but it's actually the reason what you got into this relationship for was the void's fault, was the void. You tried to fill the void with this relationship. When that didn't work out, you went trying to fill it with other people. And whoever this is for, I'm so sorry if I'm not being incompassionate. I'm coming from very experienced space here. On both sides. I've had, I don't think I've ever cheated on anybody, but I have gone out looking for attention from other people because my void that I was feeling inside of a connection. But the connection, it wasn't the connection's fault that the void was there. It was actually the reason why I had the connection was because the void that I had previous to the connection, I wanted to try to fill it with the connection. That's what I'm getting right here, is that this is two people that are recognizing they were in a connection that was never a healthy, loving connection in the first place, that we were just trying to fill some sort of void with each other, which is never each other's job. And when that didn't work, now I feel like you've both gone out and tried to fill your voids separately, and infidelity seems very prominent here. There's no shame, okay? I'm going to tell you that right now. They're, you know, correcting our mistakes, doing better when we know better, these are all, but understanding that it's better. I'm trying to say this gently, nicely, because I love you and I want the best for you. But if this is your story, when we are willing to hurt people rather than feel our own pain, we push that onto other people by keeping them in a connection that they shouldn't be in, that we knew we weren't in love with them quite a long time ago. There are always consequences. And I do believe that you are unfortunately feeling the consequences of staying in a connection you knew wasn't right for you in the first place. I love you so much. We all do this. This is not exclusive to you. This is 90% of the relationships that are happening out there. We're literally there to try to fill a void of ours of some kind. Usually it's an emotional void. Sometimes it's literally a financial void. Whatever it is, it's a place where we were deprived on our own, and we tried to fill somebody into that deprivation. We tried to use another person to fill that deprivation for us. And that's not how real love works. So 90% of people are recognizing this and coming out of karmic connections or connections that they realize now never really were love. It looks again like both of you have gone out and tried to, I just want you to know, again, there's no shame to be had here, but it is, the payout comes when we are strong enough to let go of a situation, even though it hurts, even though it feels like people are going to judge us and people are going to this, if this is a marriage, whatever it is, it doesn't feel good leaving, but it is terribly selfish to stay when we don't love somebody. What kills me is when I watch people say they don't want to leave because of the kids, but they go cheat on their husband or wife. You think it's better to be unfaithful to the person that, no, it's time to leave is what it is. And it looks again like that is what's happening. It does look like a lot of pain, but the only way through it, past it is through it. And it is saying that if you do actually commit to doing the work, this consists of crying, feeling your pain, writing it down, going through what in your life is causing this original void. You have to almost go relive it, okay? I went through a year of laying in bed and crying about my entire childhood, teens and 20s. God literally would bring up memories and flashes of all of these things that I never felt the pain of. And I laid in bed and cried about all of them for a year. Hopefully you don't have that many pains. Maybe you just have one thing that aches that you never really truly healed from. Again, the healing consists of feeling it like you're living it again. Because oftentimes what happens is in our lives is we go through a situation, and all the way through that situation it's traumatic, right? But we numb ourselves through it. So we get through it with never actually feeling the depth of the pain of it. It will come back later. It needs to be felt in order to be released, okay? Crying is how our body was designed to release that pain. When something hits, this is how we suppress it, okay? It hits, we don't even let the tears out, we hold it in. You can actually feel it, holding it in your core. That is literally suppressing it down in there, and the only way to release it is to do those crying those tears of that situation and feeling it like it's happening right here and right now, okay? You got turn away and blessings. Leaving this connection is going to lead to all of your blessings. I know this doesn't seem right for a lot of people, although I feel like Libras are pretty good at understanding that societal conformity it's a big lie. So I whatever it is you're holding on to in this connection, I feel a very resistance to let go, but definitely a desire to not be involved in it either. So it's like you gotta choose. I think that's what the overarching energy of the Two of Pentacles. Well, you haven't chosen to. You either choose to be in this fully or choose to be out of it fully. But I think the Creator's saying it was never meant to be here. So just time to go. Turn away will lead to all your blessings. Okay. I love you so much, Libra, and I will see you next week.